Hi, welcome back to Jenny's Brain Space. Usually I have background information for my original characters. This time, hers is still a work in progress, so I'm kind of usually do this, but this time I'm just going along with it. She's the only character I have made so far for this other idea I have in mind, so you're just gonna see pictures of her that I have drawn, but I'm just gonna describe about each of them. So this was the first drawing of her. Her name is Captain Mothina, and she is a moth pirate captain. I was literally okay. How did she pop in my head? Wait, let me think. I guess I was for some reason thinking about Mothman, but then I was thinking, what if it was in like a pirate time, and I'm not sure if that picked up the snap, but so of course, usually Mothman is pictured to be a black moth with red eyes, so I stuck with that design a bit. I gave her gray and a mix between purple and gray wings, and her antennas. I think moths have antennas. I'm not sure. I think Jay's gonna have to look that up to make sure I'm right. She has little piercings because I thought that'd be really cute. She has a little, actually, you can see that actually. A little beauty mark under her eye, because while I was outlining her, I was just like, yep, you're going to have a beauty mark now. Her outfit, I looked up female pirate outfits, and most of them were a bit, they didn't have a lot of coverage. So a lot of them weren't. I just didn't like them. And then I found this style of clothing, and I was like, this looks really good. I'm going to draw this. She has I would say up to, like, her knee is the peg leg, I think. I kept changing the proportions every time I drew her. Because sometimes it will look like it's just her foot, but other times it looks like it's up to her knee. So, I did a little, I'm not like the best with hats that have like a wide brim or whatever it's called, like this bit, but I am kind of proud how it turned out. Though, now that I look at it, it kind of looks like Puss in Boots' hat. She has a little feather in it. I think I based it off a seagull, if I'm being honest. I think I was like, which feather would look good with this? And I was like, what about seagull? Because now I just imagine that she just found a seagull feather and just put it in her hat, and that's how she made her hat. So I feel like Mothina is in the same world as another thing I was working on called The Flock, but they're both Mothina. I did not have like a title or something for this like I have for The Flock. And that's very bright. Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. So I'm just gonna refer to it as Mothina currently. So just to have an idea in my head. So she's in the same world, but she's in a different timeline. Excuse me. So The Flock is a mix between, I guess, where mafias were more of a thing, I guess, / modern, but Mothina timeline is Mothina is when pirates were more of a thing. So I think it's because I really like Pirates of the Caribbean, so I think that's also why I did this. Actually, I think my friend Maddie was watching the movies, like I guess rewatching them, and I was thinking of Pirates for a little bit, then this came in my head. So I guess that's how it happened. I think. I'm not sure you can hear. That's a very loud cicada in the background. Like I said, I do not have any other characters, so I have not drawn some other characters that are going to be part of this world yet. I have them in mind, I just need to draw them. This picture of Mothina took 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 18 seconds. Okay, the next one is a human version of Mothina. The characters can't like turn to like a more human version. I just really want to draw what she would look like if she was a person. So let's go that way. Here is human Captain Mothina. Of course, her outfit stayed the same, but now her wings are disguised more like a cape. So there's like a little thing. I'm not sure if the phone's gonna. Oh, it is. I drew like a little moth symbol on her little pin to keep her cape on. So it's always about those little details that you add. I don't know why I added these like gloves, because since her moth form, she has, I'm gonna say black fuzz. So I kept imagining her like this, like with wavy hair. The hair was a lot of fun to do, and you cannot see that go. Let me just turn that. That's not that good. Her eyes, I put a little bit of brown in them, so it doesn't look as red, but it still looks really cool. Also, Mothina does have a mouth in her actual form, and I think the reason I didn't give her a mouth in the first place, or actually draw her a mouth, is because I did not want to. But she does have a mouth. It's just, I guess it's not noticeable. I am so proud of how her human mouth turned out. That's a really weird sentence, but I'm so proud of that. And her ears are a bit pointy since her antenna, which it's disguised as a little feather hairpiece tucked behind her, both of her ears. It just shows one ear. But she has the same piercings well, they're not exactly in the same spot because different, but it's more like it's in the same spot if you face it like the right way the antenna was going. So for some reason, I love drawing people in poses where they look like this. I don't know why, it's just a really fun pose for me. So, I currently have 2 things I like to work on that are my own. But, again, I have character ideas in mind, it's just needing to draw them that I need to do. Character development of like the whole cast is going faster than it was for the flock. Maybe. I don't actually remember. Then I remember I forgot to do, whenever I draw legs, I try to add like the base, like where the foot is, so then I still have the shape when I actually draw the foot or leg. Her eye shape is the same as in her moth form, and I just love. Okay, when I drew her eyelashes, I didn't want to do like little like dashes that I usually do when I draw eyelashes. I wanted them to be kind of like graceful looking, so I was like, then I just drew those eyelashes. Her voice, I feel like it's a lot like a lot like Verity from My Little Pony. So she's a very posh voice because I thought that would fit her a lot. Also, posh, just a fancy talking a moth pirate. I had a little trouble with the cape. Well, the idea of it, really. I really like drawing her since I actually drew like not a giant like difference between them. I like drawing her. She's fun to draw. Okay, this one took 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 9 seconds. Now the last drawing on Mothina is like something I guess you would put on a poster or something like that. I just kept thinking of this in my head and I had to draw it. Oh wow, you can really see that actually. Oh wow, now you can really see it. This is where, see, I wasn't sure if her name was going to be Mothina, but then I was like, yep, it's definitely going to be Mothina. For some reason, for both the flock and this, I love making up their names where it's just some sort of play on words or a little joke depending on the animals. I'm saying that because the flock is literally consists of gray lamb, white lamb, and black lamb. And there's literally a cat character named, full name is Katrina, but she's usually known as Kitty. So she is currently on her ship. I did my best to draw it, and I'm very proud of how it turned out since as you know, I hardly draw backgrounds, so she is currently looking over probably at the sea or just lost in thought. And the more I draw, the more I figure out what my style is, which is it's like cartoony, but it's like, ignore that. It's like a mix between cartoony and stuff like that. So I had to pick up. I actually don't remember what it's called. I just amassed, I think. I don't know. I just know I'm going to draw a moth pirate captain without knowing a lot about pirates, so. Originally there was going to be a seal behind her, but then I just changed it so then it just became sky later on. That's a new thing I'm doing while drawing. I make like how the body is going like a little line so I have the idea. I had trouble because a few times I made her accidentally look short. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure she's like 6 foot. She's 6'8". I just wanted her to be tall. I'm saying this as someone who is kind of still small. I'm very proud of how I did that arm. Very proud. Of course, I'm not going to always draw her with the hat because the hat, it takes a while to do the hat. And I guess she doesn't technically have hair underneath her hat. I guess like it's like fuzz or something. So I was just kind of in like a drawing mood, drew her, and then it turned into an idea. As actually, isn't that how a lot of things start out? I had a little trouble with that hand, but I finally figured that bit out. I used a brush called Clouds to make the clouds. That took 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 22 seconds. I hope you enjoyed Captain Mothina, and I'll see you soon!